Welcome back, everybody. These are two sort of ideas. One is using that conventional wisdom, and one is using maybe a little bit more modern wisdom. The conventional is, of course, save, 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 save. You know, from the moment you get your first paycheck, maybe even, you know, some pocket money, maybe milk money if you're young enough, or I guess old enough to remember what milk money is. Anyways, you should be pinching pennies. You should be definitely saving as much as possible all the time. Whereas this newer idea is coming out and saying, well, look, that's not our lifestyle anymore. We need to be allowing younger people to be spending a bit more money, maybe investing a bit more money, maybe, you know, having a little bit more fun so that in their 30s, when they actually get higher paying jobs and get maybe more stable jobs, they can save more. And it can become kind of like this dynamic sort of savings plan that's fit for every part of your life. And then basically they're arguing or at least debating over these two subjects, you know, which one is better for our children. Yeah, or the adults out there too. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I think it's always worth reassessing these things because, you know, the way we live our lives, the dynamics and the age at which we normally usually do certain things like, you know, get married or have kids or change jobs has changed a lot over the past 50 years. Yeah.
And of course, this new idea is not like doing away with any sort of like emergency funds or doing away with savings completely in your 20s. It's like, maybe proportionate, you know, 10% in your 20s, 20% in the 30s, 30%. It doesn't say that, but for example, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know because economics is not my strong point. Neither is saving, according to many of the people around me. What are some various ways that people save for the future and invest for retirement?
The main ones that I've looked into or know about are the National Pension Fund and various private pension funding schemes. I've recently started to sort of invest some money into my home country's National Pension Fund in the hope that maybe it makes it through until I'm old enough to claim it, which is not for sure, it's not for certain. But I have more faith in that system maybe than the private pension funds currently. And again, I'm not an expert. I only started researching it last month. So don't take my word for it.
Researching it 30 minutes before putting on all my money. And I just Googled, hey, is this better or this? And some guy on Reddit said, yeah, this is better.
Oh, there was another one that I thought was, again, fairly stable. It's not a high risk one. The returns are not very high, but you can buy like government bonds. We call it premium bonds in the UK. So I did invest some money in that for the future.
Right now, I think, is bonds the one? Yeah, I think the experts say bonds are the ones you should be buying. And when the economy kicks back up, sell them for stocks. But don't quote me. Again, no economist. I'm just a layperson.
Do you see any pros or cons with the conventional wisdom of just save, save, save that perhaps people have been taught from older generations?
There's this sort of work-life balance that people want these days. They realize that life is not about only giving money to the next generation, but rather about enjoying what life you do have, and also, of course, helping out the next generation. So the conventional wisdom might be a bit too harsh on your pleasure money, your entertainment money, whatever it will be. And so that conventional wisdom might be a little bit difficult with that type of thing. Like you might not have as much fun, but really I'm still on the side of the conventional wisdom. Like, yeah, make your entertainment money, but then save the rest, or, at least how I think now. Again, when I was younger, I had no entertainment fund because I had no money. And with no money came no savings, right? But yeah, I think just saving as much as you can at every point of your life is what you should do. Whether that is lower in your 20s and higher in your 30s, or if it's the same in both, doesn't really matter. Just save what you can when you can. This makes sense.
Yeah, totally. I certainly don't, after the fact, I almost never regret the money I have saved.
Yeah.
So there are so many things that I've bought things that I've paid money for. Some of them, not all of them, many of them, I do try to make good choices, but some of those I've regretted. But the savings, I've never regretted.
Yeah, and like it's there if you ever really do need it. And I just don't. This what they call the life cycle theory and everything. I think it's a useless addition to what people already know. Save what you can when you can, and I think it's kind of saying that. It's just save less in your 20s because you make less. Let's go ahead and check out that vocabulary and see how we can get good at English. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Conventional wisdom.
Conventional wisdom.
Cast doubt on something.
Cast doubt on something.
Pinch pennies.
Pinch pennies.
Well-to-do.
Well-to-do.
Do away with.
Do away with.